Hey newbies, Neeraja Anand here. In this video, we are solving PSI 2015 mental ability questions. First question is from time and work. A and B pipes will respectively take 20 and 30 minutes to fill a tank. How much time is required to fill the tank if both pipes are used simultaneously? Newbies, to solve this question, there are two methods. One is LCM method, another one is fraction method. In both the methods, we have to take 1 day work, 1 minute work, or 1 hour work based on this. See, here the values are in minutes. That means you have to take 1 minute work. Let's solve this with the fraction method first. In the fraction method, total work should be 1. Okay, A is telling it can fill this one tank in 20 minutes. That means in 1 minute, it can fill 1/20th of the tank. What about B? B is telling it can complete the same work in 30 minutes. That means in a minute, it can fill 1/30th of the tank. Very simple. To take 1 minute work of each, just take the reciprocal of these values. That's it. Okay. Now let's find 1 minute work of both A and B. Add this 1 minute work of A and 1 minute work of B. Take the LCM. 60 is the LCM. This is 3s are 2s are. We get 5 by 60. We can reduce this further. It is 1 by 12. Meaning of this is both A and B together can fill 1/12 of the tank in 1 minute. If they can fill 1/12 of the tank in 1 minute, to fill one complete tank, how long will they take? 12 minutes. That's it. Again, take the reciprocal. Am I clear? Let's solve the same question with the LCM method now. Difference between this method and the LCM method is, see, in the fraction method, somewhere here we take the LCM, right? But in the LCM method, starting only we have to take the LCM. What is the LCM? 60. Am I clear? We can take this as total work. In the fraction method, 1 is the total work. But in the LCM method, LCM is the total work. We can say the tank capacity is 60 liters. Okay, let's take 1 minute work of A. A is telling A can fill this 60 liters in 20 minutes. That means it can fill 3 liters in a minute. Okay. B is telling B can fill this 60 liters in 30 minutes. That means it can fill 2 liters in a minute. Now, both A and B are working together. That means they can fill 5 liters in a minute. After this, it is very simple. In 1 minute, they can fill 5 liters. No, to fill 60 liters, how long will they take? Same, 12 minutes is the answer. See, both the ways we are getting the same answer. Option B is the answer for this question. Newbies, this question is also from time and work, but this comes under chain rule, or we can say group work. Okay, the question is 16 men or 20 women can complete a work in 25 days. How many days will be required to complete the same work by 28 men and 15 women? Only one formula is more than enough to answer group work question. Formula is M1 into D1 into H1 divided by W1 is equal to M2 into D2 into H2 divided by W2. M means number of resources. In this, we can take total number of people, total number of objects, or total number of animals, like this. Okay. D means total number of days. H means total number of hours. W means total work. Am I clear? This comes in the first case and this comes in the second case. That's it. Let's understand the question properly now. See, 16 men or 20 women can complete a work in 25 days. Meaning of this is, let's take a work. Okay, if we are giving that to 16 men, they take 25 days. Or if we are giving that to 20 women, they also take 25 days. That means 16 men is equal to 20 women. Let's reduce this. 4 men is equal to 5 women. This is very important. Because using this formula, we can compare between men and men, women and women, boys and boys, children and children. But we can't compare between men and women. Variable should be same. Okay. See, 28 men and 15 women are there. 28 men, 15 women. Let's convert this to same variable now. See, 4 men is equal to 5 women, right? What about 28 men? This is into 7. Just take into 7 here also. 35 women. In the place of 28 men, we can write 35 women. That's it. Total how many are there? 50 women. Since we have converted this variable to women, what we have to take is 20 women can complete the work in 25 days. If the same work is given to 50 women, how long will they take to complete it? See the comparison, it is between women and women. No, 20 women this many days, 50 women how many days? This is valid one. Am I clear? Let's simplify this. Let's cancel this 0, 0, 1s are 5s are. We get x value as 10 days. That's it. Maybe it's very important thing here is there is no rule like you have to convert the variable to men or you have to convert the variable to women. Based on our convenience, we can solve the question. Let me show you how to solve the same question by changing the variable to men. Let's take these values again. 28 men plus 15 women. Let's keep 28 men as it is and convert this 15 women to men. See, 5 women is equal to 4 men. What about 15 women? Very simple. Into 3, we can take this as 12 men. In the place of 15 women, we can write 12 men. Total how many are there? 40 men. See, here, since we have converted the variable to men, what we have to take? 16 men can complete the work in 25 days. 40 men can complete the same work in how many days? Am I clear? Let's reduce this. This is 5 8s are 5 5s are 8 1s are 8 2s are. X value is 10. See? Both the ways we are getting the same answer. I hope the concept is clear. Next question is from time, speed and distance. A 150 meter long train traveling at the speed of 90 km per hour will take how many seconds to cross a bridge of 200 meter length? Anyways, this pattern is train crossing a bridge, train crossing a tunnel, train crossing a platform where the object length is not negligible when compared to the train, but this object is stationary. Okay, here in the place of distance, we have to take length of the train plus length of the bridge. What is this value? 150 plus 200. We get 350 meters. Okay. Speed is given as 90 km per hour. See, bridge is a stationary object, so we won't get the speed there. But here, what you have to notice is options are in seconds and the distance is in meter. Then speed should be in meter per second. Very simple to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second. Just multiply this value with 5 by 18. We get 25 meter per second. The question is for time now. We know the formula of time. Time is equal to distance by speed. Distance is 350 meter. Speed is 25. Then the answer is 14 seconds. Option B is the answer for this question. The question that we are solving now is from average. 3 years back, the average age of A and B was 18 years. Now, after joining of C, the average age has become 22 years. What is the present age of C? Let's understand the first line properly. See, 3 years back, the average age of A and B was 18 years. 3 years back, it was 18 years. Presently, how much it should be? To get the present age, let's take the formula of sum. Average into total. Correct. 3 years back, the average age of A and B was 18 years. Then, let's get the sum. Sum is equal to 18 into 2. That is 36 years. If we add their ages, we get 36 years. Okay. After this, see, this is 3 years back. To come to present, how much we have to add to this? Both will grow by 3 years, right? We have to add 6 years to this. So we get 42 years as sum of their present ages. Correct. Then let's go back to the average now. Average is equal to sum divided by total. Sum we got as 42 divided by total 2 are there. See, 21. This is the present average. Instead of doing all this thing, see, 3 years back their average was 18. Presently it should be plus 3, 21 years. This easy to get present average. Am I clear? When we can take this logic is when the same changes is happening to all the people. See, both are growing by 3 years. So just take that 3 years, add to the old average to get the new average. That's it. After this, let me introduce a formula to continue the solution. Initial sum plus or minus x is equal to final sum. Sum means average into total. We can rewrite this as initial average into initial number of people plus or minus x is equal to final average into final number of people. Okay, initial average, here we have to take 21 into 2. See, here they're asking for present age of C, right? That's why average should be in present. Okay, then if we add C's age, the average become 22. Now how many are there? 3 people are there. Including C, 3 people are there. Just simplify this and get the answer. 42 plus C is equal to 66. What about C? 66 minus 42. Answer is 24. Option A is the answer for this question. The question that we are solving now is from blood relation. It's a very simple topic. Let's read the question now. A and B are brothers. C is A's sister. D is E's brother. E is B's daughter. If F is A's father, then who is uncle of D? Nice question, right? Let's map this properly. Let's start with the first information. A and B are brothers. This makes them siblings. Correct. Let me indicate the siblings relationship like this. Okay. While mapping like this, you have to consider the gender also. See, A and B are brother means both A and B are male. Am I clear? Let's come to the next information. C is A's sister. Okay. C is also another sibling. But C is female. Then D is E's brother. Where can we place E and D? Okay, we don't know where to place E and E. As of now, we'll skip this information. Let's move forward. E is B's daughter. That makes B is married and E comes here. See, marriage relationship, let's indicate like this. And E is the daughter of B. That makes E as female. We got E here. Let's come back to this information. D is E's brother. That means sibling. Let's take here. And what is the gender of D? D is E's brother, right? That makes D as male. Okay, we are done till here. If F is A's father, F is A's father means F is the father of B and also C. Okay, what is the question? Who is uncle of D? D is here. In order to search for uncle, we have to check in this generation. Correct. B is a male. Then B is a father of D. What about A? A is also a male. Then A is a uncle of D. Am I clear? What about C? C is a female. That makes C as the aunt of D. Simple. Now the question is for uncle, right? Then the answer is A. Hope this is clear. Newbies, next question is, which is the smallest of the following fractions? We have to find which one is the smallest among these 4 fractions. Okay, let's take the first option. 60 divided by 250. Let's simplify this. 6 divided by 25. We can take this as 0.24. Let's take the second option now. 38 divided by 228. Let's reduce this. This is 1s are 9s are. 1s are 1s are 4s are. This is equal to 0.166. Okay. Third option. 115 divided by 500. This value is 23 divided by 100. 0.23. Let's take the last option. 9 divided by 13. We can take this as 0.69. Newbies, check which among these is the smallest one. This one, right? This is the answer for this question. Option B is the answer for this question. Is this the easiest technique? Definitely no. Newbies, this method is appropriate only when the fractions are friendly fractions. That means the fractions which you can convert into decimal easily. But these fractions are not that friendly. Correct? There is an easier technique to solve this question. Let's learn the technique now. First thing is, you have to take two fractions at a time. Okay, let's take this first fraction and second fraction. 60 divided by 250. 38 divided by 228. Let's reduce this. 6 divided by 25 and 19 divided by 114. Okay, it is very easy to check the smaller one among these two fractions. What we have to do is just take this numerator and this denominator, take the product of these two values and write here. Similarly, take this denominator and this numerator, take the product of these two values and write here. Calculate the values of these two. 6 into 114 means 600, 60, 24. We get 684, and here get this value. 25 into 19 means 250 plus 225, that means here 475. After getting these two values, just check out of these two which one is the smaller one. 475, right? That means this fraction is a smaller fraction out of these two fractions. Okay, then see, the question is for smallest fraction, right? That means for the next step, we have to take smaller fraction out of these two fractions. You have to ignore this fraction. Okay, then continue the same technique by taking the next fraction. Let's reduce this. We can take this as 19 divided by 114 and this as 23 by 100. What we have to do here, we have to take 19 into 100 here and this side 23 into 114. What is this number? 1900. Newbies, just think, is it required to calculate this value? No. Why, ma'am? See, here it is 1900. 23 into 100 means 2300, right? It is a bigger one. That makes this fraction as a smaller fraction. Am I clear? Last step, we have to take this 38 divided by 228 and this fraction. 9 divided by 13. Let's reduce this. 19 divided by 114 and 9 divided by 13. Apply the same logic. 19 into 13 and 114 into 9. What is this value? 247. And this value, again newbies, think, do we have to calculate this? No. This is a bigger number. 114 into 9. Let's take 114 into 10. What is the value? 1140. Where is 247 and where is 1000? Correct? No. That makes this fraction is the smallest among all these four fractions. Very simple technique. I hope this is clear. Newbies, last question of the video. This question is from coding and decoding. First we have to decode this and then we have to use the same logic to code this word. Am I clear? Let's decode this. MARCH. They are taking this as OCTEJ. Okay. Just think how they are taking M as O, A as C, R as T, C as E and H as J. See? M, N, O. They are skipping N and they are taking M as O. Okay. See? A, B, C. They are skipping B and they are taking A as C. Similarly, R, S, T. They are skipping S and they are taking R as T. Then C, D, E. They are skipping D. They are taking C as E. Finally, H, I, J. They are skipping I and they are taking H as J. Very simple, newbies. We can take this as that alphabet plus 2. Let's take the question now. R, E, T, U, R, N. Okay. In the place of R, what we should write? See, R, I should skip S and I have to write T here. Simple. Then, E, F, G. I have to skip F and write G here. Similarly, T, U, V. I have to skip U and write V here. Here only we can stop. See, the answers first three alphabets are T, G, V. Only one option is there. This is the final answer. Here W should come and here T should come and here P should come. That's it. This is the answer for this question. I hope all the questions that we have solved in this video are clear. If you have any doubt, please do comment it. Thank you.